Because think about it, this is the first presidential campaign in history where the Secret Service has had to protect candidates from each other. Donald Trump and his team can say, those are just words, and they're right, they are just words. Like, remember the time Trump said these words?
So if you see somebody getting ready to throw a tomato, knock the crap out of them, would you? Seriously.
Last November, when Trump was losing in Iowa, he said, in Iowa, 2 Iowans.
How stupid are the people of Iowa?
And now, he's leading in Iowa. So I guess he got his answer. That's how stupid.
There's one thing you might have noticed I don't complain about. Politicians. Everybody complains about politicians. Everybody says they suck. Yeah! Well, where do people think these politicians come from? They don't fall out of the sky. They don't pass through a membrane from another reality. They come from American parents and American families, American homes, American schools, American churches, American businesses, and American universities, and they're elected by American citizens. This is the best we can do, folks. This is what we have to offer. It's what our system produces. Garbage in, garbage out.
Nobody can do it like me. Nobody. Nobody can do it like me. Honestly.
Nobody's stronger than me.
Nobody has better toys than I do.
There's nobody bigger or better at the military than I am.
Nobody loves the Bible more than I do. Nobody builds walls better than me.
Nobody is just as bad as this guy. He has a horrific inferiority complex and an astounding lack of empathy. That I care about that because I care about people. I care about this fucking country. All right. So that's where I draw the line because I usually don't, I usually shit on both of them. If you look at my track record, that's what I've been doing. I trashed fucking Trump and Hillary. I've made fun of Obama. I even made fun of Michelle.
If you have selfish, ignorant citizens, you're going to get selfish, ignorant leaders. And term limits ain't going to do you any good. You're just going to wind up with a brand new bunch of selfish, ignorant Americans. So maybe it's not the politicians who suck. Maybe something else sucks around here. Like the public. Yeah, the public sucks. There's a nice campaign slogan for somebody.
Somebody has to tell me why America just made this guy so famous. This is Ken Bone, one of the undecided voters who asked a question at last Sunday's debate and since then has become a folk hero. Why? Why? Because after 15 months of this campaign, he's still too stupid to pick Hillary over President Pussy Grabber? For me, the great sadness of this election is knowing that even if Trump doesn't become president, we live in a country where half the people think he should be.
Nobody would be tougher on ISIS than Donald Trump.
Because nobody's ever had crowds like Trump has had.
There's nobody that understands the horror of nuclear better than me. Nobody even understands it but me. It's called devaluation.
Last November, when Trump was losing in Iowa, he said, in Iowa, 2 Iowans.
How stupid are the people of Iowa?
The sale of the uranium, that nobody knows what it means. I know what it means. Nobody knows more about trade than me. Nobody knows the game better than I do.
Nobody in the history of this country has ever known so much about infrastructure as Donald Trump.
It didn't become a violence problem until Donald Trump lost the election. And then they felt like, oh, well, we better fix that because otherwise Donald Trump can't fix this other big problem of the deep state.
And we are going to take out the deep state.
QAnon supporters charged into battle with the crowd storming the Capitol on January 6th. Some were easy to spot with their Q signs and Q chants.
People, when we go one, we go home.
Inside, Officer Eugene Goodman staved off rioters led by a man in a Q shirt. Some of the attraction of QAnon is their use of Christian symbolism and apocalyptic prophecies.
A lot of people doubted a lot of prophets, saints, and sages. A lot of people doubted Christ.
Evangelicals don't really like Donald Trump. They know he can't even pass a church without bursting into flames. And it's not just Republicans. 5% of Bernie's supporters have switched allegiance to a ventriloquist dummy named Gary Johnson, whose policy positions are almost uniformly the exact opposite of Bernie's, and who, when pressed to name a foreign country, said Brangelina. Elizabeth Warren claimed to be Native American. So what? Trump claimed to be human. If you think this stupid, blown out of proportion Indian controversy makes her inauthentic, you're the phony. She is the champion of consumer rights in the age of income inequality. When it comes to Elizabeth Warren, I have no reservations.
Where are all the bright, honest, intelligent Americans ready to step in and save the nation and lead the way? We don't have people like that in this country. Everybody's at the mall, scratching his ass, picking his nose, taking his credit card out of his fanny pack and buying a pair of sneakers with lights in them. The public sucks. Fuck hope. Fuck hope.